y'all? It's Customized Key, and today we are talking about being a student athlete while you are in college. Now, me, look, I ain't playing no sports. I played these niggas. No, I'm kidding. I played these guys, but, I didn't play no sports. But, professionally, I have had friends who were athletes, from football to baseball to volleyball, swim team, anything you could possibly imagine. So today, I brought along a fellow Spartan to kind of give y'all some insight on stuff that I don't have no clue about, but I feel like y'all need to know this, so we're going to get right into it. You want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Arthur Ray, born and raised Southside Chicago, from Roseland. Yeah, Wild Hunters. So, yeah, I ended up going to Michigan State, played football from 2008 to 2012, graduated with a degree in communications, had fun.
What position you play?
Play offensive line.
Okay. That's what's up. You was in any bowl games?
Yeah.
Brought us some trophies?
Played in 3 bowl games.
Ooh.
Got, 3 rings, so it was cool.
Okay, sauce. All right. So today we're going to talk about some myths. We're going to talk about, some stuff that we done heard on campus, figure out if it's true from somebody who is an actual athlete. We're going to get into some tips for y'all because I got to give y'all the plug on how you can finesse it, okay? And then we just going to wrap it up. If y'all want to get in contact with him, I will drop his information below in the description box, but we're going to get right into it. All right, so first we're going to get started with the myths and the facts because I just feel like I need to know. We need to figure out if some stuff is really true, if some stuff is false. So, myth or fact? Y'all got the plug on like test answers and quizzes and, all that good stuff. Myth or fact?
Myth. Big myth. No, actually I think it's a total opposite. A lot of times people think athletes got the plug with teachers and everything, and a lot of times teachers don't like us because of that, because of the fact we athletes and they feel like we think we privileged. Everybody not like that. I think it's a small group of athletes that sort of act that way or think things supposed to be handed to them, but the majority is not like that.
Wow, I never knew that. Okay, myth or fact? Females, they just be like, hello, here I am, take me. Fact or myth?
A little bit of both. Depends on who you are. I mean, I think, honestly, I've seen it go both ways. I've seen athletes not necessarily have success in that manner, and then I've seen it, like you said, they throwing themselves at you, which, I mean, I think it depends on what type of guy you are, to be honest. You can't, just because you play ball, it can't take care of everything.
Okay. All right, and let's see, what's another one? I need a good one. Okay, fact or myth? Y'all parties always slap because y'all are athletes.
I don't know about the because we athletes part, but that's a fact. Parties be busting all the time.
The bars too, because I heard. Is it true that y'all get in the bars for free and that y'all get like free? That's true.
I mean, we get in the bars for free. That's a relationship though. I mean, I think after you've been there for so long and you interact with people, then it's like, yeah, they know who you are. You treat yourself, you treat them with respect and everything. So it's cool. Yeah, we used to tear Ricks up, Harper's, all that.
I can give y'all some credit on Ricks. Trey used to slide me in on Ricks. I used to just go right through. But all right, so we gonna move along with this video. We gonna hit y'all with some tips. So, academically, what do you think was like the biggest benefit of you being an athlete? Like, what was that schedule like? What was that life like in comparison to somebody who didn't have, any type of mandatory requirements from an outside source saying like, hey, we paying for you to go to school, this is what we require of you. So what did being an athlete look like? Structure.
I think the structure was the best thing. As soon as you get in there as a freshman, they sort of put both arms around you. You got your whole day from 5 a.m. to 9.
5?
Yeah, 5
a.m.
What? Lifting. You lift at 5. Start lifting at 5. You're a freshman, you got to take 8 a.m. classes.
And like mandatory 8 a.m.?
Yeah, because you gotta have practice done, have class done before practice. And then after practice from 2 to 6. You got film at 2. You on the field. We watch tape. So we get prepared for the opponent. Whoever we playing that week, we sit down for an hour, go over the game plan, watch film, stuff like that. Then we on the field 3:15, on the field till about 5:36, 6:30. You got a tutor. And if you're a freshman, you got a tutor for every class, mandatory. So they put their arms around you. Your schedule definitely set from, I'm saying, about 5 a.m. to about 9, 10 at night. So, because my last tutor my freshman year ended at 9:30.
So you like what was a social like how do you be social and have that type of schedule? Is that an everyday thing? Is it like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday? You got Tuesday, Thursday to yourself. Like what is that like?
I mean, it's packed. I mean, I think that's why our parties always be busted. We ain't got no time. We don't got no time, so we be living. Especially if you're not. I mean, if you redshirt in your freshman year, you don't got to travel.
What does that mean?
So that means you can't play your first year. So you can practice and compete, and you on scholarship and everything, but you just can't play. You can't get on the field. So
why?
coach a redshirt you sometimes because guys not physically mature. Or they're not ready to play early. So if you got a good player, he just need a little bit more time. You don't want to waste a year on him. So redshirt him. He's sitting out there next year, it'll be his turn.
Okay.
So the guys that do that, like I was in that crew because I was hurt. But just, man, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you live for that because you ain't got no football responsibility. You take care of class, then you could be a regular college student again. So that's why we try to have fun when we can.
That's good to know. That's good to know. I know quite a few of my friends who were athletes. I did not see them a lot, for real. I might have caught them in passing, in the calf, or something like that. But it wasn't really. We didn't really have no sit down time together. So that having that knowledge now makes everything prior to now make sense. So given all of that, did you ever or have you or what does it look like to balance a relationship with being a student, with being an athlete, and trying to have a social life? Like, how do you have time to finesse a relationship?
It's tough. It's college like a college of fantasy. You sort of everybody in one space, so you wanna enjoy everything of it. You wanna enjoy being an athlete, enjoy socially, just going out, enjoying camps and everything. And then, if you have a relationship, you want to tend to that too. So it's not a lot of time to do all of that. So it's tough. Me speaking from experience, it's just in college you growing, you so young and you wanna do everything. So your mind everywhere. So having a relationship, one day you want it, the next day you don't. You want to do something else, so you want to go over there and explore.
Okay, I can see that. All right, so my tips for people who are going to be athletes and you're also going to college. If you are going to be an athlete, I would definitely say that you should figure out how to work under stress, how to work when you have very little time, how to really manage relationships, how to manage responsibilities, because as we can hear, if you're getting up at 5 a.m. to go lift some weights, boo-boo, you need some sleep. You need to figure out how you can eat properly and how you can maintain a healthy physique so that you can perform as an athlete and so that you can stay balanced and keep something up here in the classroom. I would also definitely say that you should just kind of take everything in. I'm not an athlete, but having friends who are athletes, like, don't be afraid to show your personality. There are going to be a lot of stigmas that people are going to have because you're an athlete. There are going to be a lot of challenges that you'll face just because you are an athlete. You'll have a lot of stresses on you. You'll have a lot of eyes on you. You'll have a lot of people paying attention to you, and they just want to know you. They want to see what type of person you are. As someone who was not an athlete, I didn't really care if people was athletes or not, because in high school, I was an athlete. I played volleyball. I swam competitively. I was a cheerleader. Like, I was manager of a wrestling team. Like, I had boyfriends who were athletic. So that lifestyle was something that was very familiar to me. So I didn't hold athletes to a high level of like, oh, I'm going to put them on a pedestal. Girl, that's so-and-so. They're people too. So I kind of just kept that in mind. But also, if you are an athlete and you're watching this, remember that there are people who are not like me, who will put you on a pedestal and who are paying attention to you all the time. So you want to make sure that you put a positive image out there. You want to make sure that if you're a guy, you're not out here like, oh, I play ball, or oh, I play this, I play that. Like, I can have any female you want. No, it's not like that. Like, you have, it just makes you as a person look a different way in the public eye. Word of mouth spreads faster than a lot of other things. So if you are an athlete, please remain humble. That is my biggest thing as a person who is not an athlete during college. Please remain humble. Having humble athletes as friends, those were some of the most valuable relationships. I was just cool with them, and just being able to network with them and see their perspective on a lot of different stuff really opened my eyes to a lot. Got anything you want to throw out there for the athletes from an athlete's perspective?
Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Come in there, eyes wide. Take it all in, like she said. Advice-wise, as far as relationships, man, try to steer clear of that your first couple of years. freshman, sophomore year, just get acclimated to college. Figure out who you are personally, yourself. That's those vital years. That's when you starting to become a man, starting to become your own. You're away from your parents for a lot of people. So that's a vital time, real important. But y'all be good. It's fun. I wish I could go back.
Thanks for tuning in with us. I hope that you liked this video. Please comment and share with your friends, and tell anybody that you know might need to watch this about it. Give it a thumbs up if you really liked it. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.